What sparked your interest in the program? Why did you decide to join it and become involved in Distinguished Young Women?
Well, I was first introduced to the program because my sister competed in our local Brookfield program. And I'm 5 years younger than her. So I got to see my big sister up on the stage, getting to show off her talent, being confident on stage during the self expression. And that really inspired me. I knew that going into high school that this was definitely something I wanted to be involved in. And additionally, at least within our school, we're super lucky that the Distinguished Young Women program is super prevalent and is really advertised to incoming juniors. And that combination of things really sparked my interest in competing and being involved with the program.
Yeah, and it's really cool that you had that example with your sister because a lot of girls are kind of coming in blindly and it's not as prevalent of a program at their school or not really, talked about much. So they're kind of doing it off their cuff and learning as they go and all of that. So it's really cool that you had an example to look up to and to um, be, something that you aspired to do. So with that, what walk me through your process. How'd you decide on your talent? Um, Tell me about self-expression. Did you have any doubts of even signing up, or was this always something that you were looking forward to doing? Or just walk me through your process of signing up for DYW.
I think signing up, I kind of knew it was something I wanted to do. I had a couple of other friends from my school that were also going to participate in the Brookfield program. And that combination of getting to like prepare with my friends um, and getting prepped for the competition just made it a process that was so much fun. So rather than being nervous and thinking about it as more of a competition, it was more of a day where me and my friends and some of the girls I got to meet through the program got to show off all their hard work through whether it was self expression prep or getting to talk through our talents, different things like that. I got to see everyone shine in their own light. So it just made the process super fun. In terms of my talent, I actually switched it around super last minute during my local program. I was initially going to play the alto saxophone because it would have been kind of my first opportunity to get to play the saxophone all by myself up on stage. But then last minute, I decided to switch to Indian classical dance, which I've been doing for a really long time. I think it was more of something that it's just something I'm more comfortable with on stage, and I wanted to show that side of me to the audience and the judges. And I was really happy with my decision, but that's kind of how I decided ultimately to go with that talent.
Yeah, very cool. And that's something that I take away from this is all of the different cultures that we get a chance to see and sort of envelop ourselves in because it's not something that we see every day. And getting the opportunity to see that and witness that and sort of be that it's very cool. And it gives us a chance to sort of look inside and see the different cultures that are out there. And now that you're coming to national finals, you're going to get a chance to see it from 50 or 49 different states, and see what all the girls bring to the table and the different cultures or different talents that they do. I mean, we've had karate, we've had, gymnastics, all kind of different things. And it's really neat to see it all kind of come together and see where everybody sets themselves apart, I guess. But yeah, I like that. Are you still confident in that? Is that what you think you're going to bring to nationals, or are you going to switch back to saxophone?
Um, as of right now, it's definitely something that I'm probably just going to bring with me to nationals. That way, I get to bring that sense of confidence that I already feel when I'm dancing on stage with this big new experience. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We are looking forward to finding out. TBD on that. Can't wait. Okay, so if you had any words of wisdom or advice for girls who may, um, like I mentioned previously, maybe they are scared and intimidated by the whole thing, and they're like, I don't have a talent. My grades aren't that good. Um, what would you tell them to encourage them, or what would you say to somebody who may have never heard about the program to encourage them to look into it?
Um, my thing is that no matter what, something you'll gain from this program is that you'll go a little bit further. You'll get a little bit better in some way. Um, Whether you're feeling down about one aspect of the competition, you'll gain something from another. No matter what, preparing for the competition, getting to meet other people, getting to have that girlhood, that sisterhood. Um, all of those different things give you the opportunity just to get a little bit better. We do the Be Your Best Self program, where we get to discuss the 5 pillars of being your best self. And since that's so prevalent throughout the competition, you get to kind of push yourself in a different way. And I think that's a really rewarding thing. So, for any girls that might be considering the program but are feeling nervous, just remember that you get to be a little bit better, and then you get to do it alongside new friends, and a real sisterhood of people around you.
Yeah, that's an ongoing theme with these conversations is realizing and noticing that it is such a sisterhood. And I mean, it goes as far back as 1967. So there's so many. Is that right, Lisa? 1967? 1958. 1958. Oh, yeah, this was the 67th year. 1958. So there's, I mean, the sisterhood is so big and it spans so far back that I don't think there's another program like it that you can really go up to somebody who did the program and have such a common bond with them. And it's really, really cool to see, even if you just did the local program. Like myself, I did the local program when I was in high school, and now I work at the national office, and it's kind of full circle for me, seeing it all play out and how amazing all of the participants are. Um, so it's really, really cool to see it all, flourish. And we couldn't do that. We couldn't even survive without volunteers, first of all, because they are the reason that these local shows even get a fighting chance to even happen. And then, of course, our sponsors, who are the reason for the scholarships that we are able to give out and send girls to college. So part of that theme and under that umbrella is something that we're kind of kicking off this year with ripple effect, and what we want to sort of get that message out of one small gesture and how that one small thing can make such a big difference. And so I've been asking all of the girls if you have any suggestions perhaps of ways we can do that, spread the word to future participants to get them excited, potential volunteers to get involved in the program, and then, of course, sponsors to donate their money to the cause. Do you have any suggestions on how we can do that and get that reach out there? I mean, like I said, part of this whole reason for my conversations with y'all is social media and to use that to our full advantage. But I mean, y'all are full of ideas and there may be something else that we're missing or we're not seeing. So do you have any suggestions, or is that sort of the trajectory you think is social media, getting into schools? What do you think?
I definitely think that social media is a really powerful tool in terms of advertising the program and just getting the word out. But just another thing is starting a simple conversation. If each participant talks to 3 other people within their community or school about the program and what the program has offered to them, those 3 people will continue to talk. And like you said, it is that ripple effect. So I think just encouraging participants to share their story within their community, whether that's going to a potential sponsor's place of work. I know we went to a sponsor within our community and just got to talk a little bit about the program. That way they could understand a little bit as to where the money is going to and how it's supporting us. But also we get the opportunity to talk to those businesses, understand what their business does, and kind of get some exposure there too. So just starting a simple conversation, whether that's with sponsors, friends, underclassmen, and just other people in the community, can make a really big impact in sharing this program and giving it more exposure.
Yeah, exactly. And that's really cool that y'all went and got a chance to meet and chat with a sponsor, and really show them what their money is actually going toward. Because a lot of times I think these businesses who are helping support the cause don't really understand. They're just like, it's a nonprofit, let me give them some money. Um, but it's helpful to kind of see and put a face to what the program is and what their money is actually doing to support such a cool cause. And, with that, you're now a state representative. So what does that mean to you? And what are you hoping to gain or do with your newfound title?
In terms of being a state rep, My goal is to just kind of be able to represent Wisconsin, all of our values in the best way that I can. I think just setting a good example of being kind and compassionate to everyone around me. Just try to being that role model. Because I remember when I was competing, I looked up to our state representative from the year before who happened to go to my school. And she was awesome. She was so kind. She'd always be willing to have a conversation, whether it was about school, the program, outside of school, extracurriculars. And I just kind of want to be that for other girls. They can reach out in any way. I'll try to help them. Just kind of being like a helping hand, someone that they can go to and then also look up to is kind of my goal in terms of this new title.
Yeah, that's great. Um, Something really cool and tangible that you can do with your time. And I mean, you never know who's listening and who's watching and who may overhear a conversation about it, and that could be their ultimate decision making, time. So very cool that that's something that you're passionate about and something that we're excited about bringing to the program as well. And speaking of which, national finals will be here before we know it. In June. So what are you doing to prepare? Or is there anything that you are doing to get ready? Do you feel prepared? Are you working on your fitness routines and just making sure that you have your stamina built up? Are you doing anything special? I know it seems like we're far ahead, but it'll be here so fast.
I'm definitely working on those push-ups at the gym. But besides that, just trying to keep myself updated in terms of what's happening in the world. I know leading up to state, I used to ask my friends to ask me like a self-expression question a day, where I get to practice being able to kind of compose an answer where my thoughts are shown, who I am is shown in my answer, as well as being articulate and confident when I'm giving my answer. So continuing to do that as we lead up to nationals, definitely just so I can work on my confidence on stage. And then besides that, just continuing to practice my talent so that I can perform the best that I can at nationals.